This is a foundation series created to help you understand the basics of the English language clearly and confidently. Whether you're a school student or preparing for competitive or government exams, this series is designed to build your understanding slowly, logically, and from the very beginning. Let's start with one of the most important parts of English grammar, the verb. What makes a sentence a sentence? Before we talk about definitions, let me ask you something simple. Can a sentence exist if nothing happens in it? Look at these words. The blue sky. They look correct, but they are not a sentence. Now listen to this. The sky is blue. The moment we add the word is, the words become a sentence. That word is called a verb. What is a verb? A verb is a word that tells us what is happening in a sentence. And when we say happening, it does not always mean action. Sometimes something happens loudly. She runs every morning. There is clear movement. The word runs tells us what happens. Such verbs are called action verbs. But now look at this sentence. She is tired. Nothing moves. No action is performed. Still the sentence is complete. Why? Because something is happening quietly. Her state or condition is being shown. Verbs like is, am, are, was, were, seem, feel show state or condition. These are called state verbs, also known as being verbs. So remember this clearly. A verb does not only show action. A verb shows action or state, loud or quiet. Now, let's understand how verbs work inside sentences. Sometimes one verb is enough. She reads daily. The word reads carries the main meaning. This is called the main verb. But sometimes a verb needs support. She is reading now. Here, reading tells us the action and is helps by showing time and continuity. So reading is the main verb and is a helping verb. Helping verbs support the main verb. They do not replace it. Now we come to an extremely important idea, the finite verb. A finite verb does two things. First, it shows tense, present or past. Second, it agrees with the subject. And remember this carefully. A sentence cannot exist without a finite verb. Look at this sentence. I write every day. The verb write shows present tense and agrees with the subject, I. So write is a finite verb. Now change the subject. She writes every day. The verb changes to writes. This change happens because the subject is she. This tells us the verb is finite. One more example. They wrote a letter. The verb wrote shows past tense. Again, the verb changes with time. So wrote is also a finite verb. Always remember this. Ask yourself, does the verb change according to time or subject? If yes, it is a finite verb. Now let's understand non-finite verbs. A non-finite verb does not show tense, does not change with the subject. That is why a non-finite verb cannot act as the main verb of a sentence. Non-finite verbs appear in three common forms. Let's understand them one by one. The first form is the infinitive. It usually comes as to plus verb. For example, to read, to write, to sing. Look at this sentence. I want to read. Want is the finite verb. It shows tense and agrees with the subject. To read does not show tense and does not change. So to read is a non-finite verb. The second form is the gerund. A gerund is a verb ending in ing that works like a noun. Look at this sentence. Reading improves thinking. Here reading names an activity. It does not show tense. It does not change with the subject. So reading is a gerund and therefore a non-finite verb. The third form is the participle. A participle is a verb form that works like an adjective or helps another verb. Look at this sentence. The crying baby is asleep. The word crying describes the baby. It does not show tense, so crying is a participle and therefore a non-finite verb. Most important clarity. A sentence may have many non-finite verbs, but it will always have one main finite verb. Finite verbs complete sentences. Non-finite verbs support sentences. Let's revise everything. A verb shows action or state, tells what is happening, completes a sentence. Action verb shows action. State verb shows condition. Main verb, main meaning. Helping verb, support. Finite verb shows tense, changes with subject, completes the sentence. Non-finite verb, no tense, no change, supports the sentence. Different names, one core idea. Every sentence needs a verb. This is the foundation of English grammar. This is Quick Recall.